We have seen our fair share of flash floods lately, and today some folks in Baldwin County had to deal with flooding in their yards and on some roads.
Yeah, Fox 10 News reporter Candace Murphy joining us live in the Magnolia Springs area. Candace, one guy you spoke to, he couldn't even drive to his house, right?
Yeah, that's right, Bob and Lenise. This area right here was covered in water. If you just take a look behind me, there's still a pretty steady stream flowing right now, but earlier today it was a river. The guy had to actually park near his street, or near the street, because he couldn't make it up to his house. He didn't want to drive through the water. He was just too afraid his car was going to get stuck. Rushing water covered parts of James Hughes' driveway this afternoon. It was so deep he couldn't drive up to his house.
Where the pavement stops, the water was up to my tires. So I scared to drive through here, so I just parked my truck and waited through, and now I'm waiting for the water to go down where I can get my truck through. But it's going to be all right.
It's the second time in 2 weeks Hughes has seen waters quickly rise. Out on the roads, he says it wasn't much better.
Oh, water everywhere. I scared to death. I thought it was going to be another deal like it was 2 weeks ago, and I didn't know where I could get home or not.
This looks more like a river than a front yard. The water's almost up to my kneecaps here, and if we take this piece of wood and put it over where it's deeper, that's almost a foot to 2 feet deep.
It's just down there by the road, and it covers the highway pretty well.
Vicki Shamblin lives next door and says her trash can was washed away by floodwaters a few weeks ago. What's some of the debris that you guys see after it rains really heavily?
Tires, trash, trees, branches, and that's about it. Just a lot of trash.
And with those heavy rains, getting to her house can be a challenge too.
Our driveway had just got graded a couple of weeks ago, right before the other rain, and then that wasn't at a good time because it was just soft, and we all got stuck coming up through there.
Third time that we've had a flood.
Okay.
And it washed my fence around. I just got it put back up where that yellow thing's at. It had it on the ground.
Hughes says he's hoping this is the third and final flood he has to deal with for a while. Now, Hughes says there were a lot of cars pulled over near Magnolia River because of the flash flooding. A lot of people just didn't feel comfortable driving in it. And if you were out and about that time, you know it was pouring down this afternoon. Now, this yard is looking much better. This tree actually was underwater. The water came up to about right here earlier today, so it's definitely receding, and it's dry out, which is a nice feeling. And I know that we're going to have not as much rain going into the weekend, which is good. So for people out here, a little bit of rain today, but not so bad now that all the water is going down. For now, reporting live in Baldwin County, Candace Murphy, Fox 10 News.
Yeah, a break is what a lot of people need.